Okay, hey everyone. So listen, welcome to our kitchen where we're always creating. So today, you guys, I'm actually about to make some stove top seared barbecue with ribs, some mashed potatoes, and some green beans with a side of cornbread muffins. And I'm also going to bake a chocolate cake. Okay? We about to get it in. So come on, get your. Matter of fact, go ahead and get your ingredients. Get everything out. Just go and get you a slab of ribs. Go ahead and get you some mashed potatoes, instant, because we're gonna jazz them up. And go ahead and get you some cans of green beans, because we're gonna jazz them up too. And a box of cornbread, I'm not gonna make this complicated for you. I'm gonna make it as easy and as simple as possible. We're making good food in a simple way. Go ahead, get your ingredients. Okay, the first thing we're doing is we're going to go ahead and we're going to get some water to put inside of our pot so that we can start boiling our cooking meat for our green beans. This is one of the things that I remember my grandma always doing is putting you on some good meat inside of a pot. I'm going to start off with my Solday pot. So you guys, I will make sure that I link the pot down below. Let's get some ingredients inside this water to make it taste good. Okay, listen, one of the things my grandma did not play about, nor my mother, nor my other grandma, is they don't play about seasoning green beans. So I added in some salt. We're going to add in some pepper. And we're going to add in some beef broth. And this right here is the powder version. You guys, you can use powder version or you can use the liquid. It's all up to you. And I'm going to add some seasoned salt. And that's it. Okay, so once you added in your seasonings, I'm going to go ahead and I had a piece of cooking ham hock in some good hot water throughout the morning so that it can get all that good juice and seasoning. I'm going to go ahead and dump that in there, but I wanted to sit my meat in there because you don't want to splash everything all over the place. We're going to go ahead and give this a good mix. I did forget one ingredient. I love adding garlic. I'm adding a whole tablespoon of garlic into the green beans. I am actually going to use 3 cans of green beans, and it's up to you. Cook for your family size. Don't cook for everybody, okay? Cook for your family size. So I'm cooking for a group of 5 tonight. So I have that placed in there, and now I'm going to go ahead and open up my cans of green beans, and I'm going to put them in there. Make sure that you are cleaning off the tops of your cans, you guys. Y'all don't know where these cans been, honey. Okay, so I cleaned off my cans. I forgot to mention, you guys, I'm using, these are French style green beans. So French style is the ones that's more stringy at the bottom. French cut is the ones that's cut, okay? So that's how you can tell the difference. I remember when I was younger, y'all, I never realized that there was a difference between the two. I would cook both and called it a day. Another thing I want to let you guys know is I also dumped out my juice. I don't like to use the juice because I feel like it takes away from the flavoring of your meat and the flavoring of all of the seasons that you already incorporated. Okay? So all of my juices were removed. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a good mix. Now another thing that I like to do but I don't have is a potato, so I'm probably gonna have to leave out but cut some potatoes up in there. Trust me. Okay, so now we're going to make a chocolate cake. Remember I said I was going to make a chocolate cake. So this is the one that I like to use, the triple chocolate fudge. And Betty Crocker to me is the best ones, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my wet ingredients. I like to substitute my water for milk. So I have a whole cup of milk. Whenever you are making chocolate cakes and you want them to be rich, coffee. Just a little bit. Then I like to put in a whole stick of butter. I just feel like it brings out the moisture as well. And then always add 1 extra egg. So if it calls for 3, add 4. And I'm going to go ahead and put them in there. I'm going to give this a good mix. Another secret ingredient I like to add is some condensed milk. Let's add a little bit of this. At this point, you can go ahead and add in your cake mix. Now, it always says that it has the pudding mix inside, but you guys, we like to jazz things up over here, okay? We take basic stuff and we jazz it up. So I'm gonna lean on this wall right here. while I add in some chocolate fudge jello mixture. Oh, well, this ain't jello, y'all. This is pudding, okay? Add that in there, okay? Add your pudding in there. And now what we're going to do is go ahead and mix it. Now, at this point of the cook, you should have your family members trying to figure out is dinner done, because the green beans is smelling amazing. Okay? If they ain't made it downstairs to ask yet, add some more seasoning to them green beans. Listen here, I took me a good little break. I ate me a slice of cake and I talked to my husband. But let me show y'all this cake real quick. I sliced it and everything. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all, this cake is so moist. And it is so beautiful. This is how you can tell how moist a cake is. Do you see how bouncy this is right here? It is super moist and I don't want to touch it because, like I said, we're going to have company and I don't want to be touching pieces that somebody else might eat, you know what I'm saying? But there's the cake. Oh, look at the edges. Look at that. Okay, so now we're about to start the mashed potatoes. Now listen, I already got my water boiling. It's rumbling, you know. We're going to start off with some butter, some salt, some pepper, some garlic, and then some parsley. And we're going to give it a taste. We're going to see how it tastes. If it needs a little bit of more of this, a little bit more of that, we're going to jazz it up. We're going to make it good. Only thing I do not have that I loved putting in my mashed potatoes that really tops them off and make them amazing, sour cream. But it's okay. We're going to digress. Okay, so I have a bowl of mashed potatoes right here. I'm going to go ahead and turn my water off. I'm going to also go ahead and I don't have sour cream, but I do have milk. I'm going to add my milk into that water. Now I'm going to add a good spoon of butter, and then we're going to start seasoning. Okay, so now that my butter is starting to melt, the fats is separating, and it's starting to get like little pockets of butter. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start adding in my mashed potatoes. Now I do have a whisk because I feel like when you're doing mashed potatoes, you should whisk them in. It just makes your mashed potatoes mix really well, and it goes amazing, trust me. Okay, so as I can see, my mashed potatoes instantly starts to thicken up, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off, okay? Because if not, mashed potatoes will pop all over the place, okay? At this point, I should still see my butter in there, and it's starting to melt even more. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start adding in my seasonings. I'm gonna use some Parmesan ranch. This is really, really good. Parmesan ranch, pepper. Also just grabbed out some more milk just in case I want to add a little bit more milk. So I'm gonna go in with some garlic powder. And you guys, I season with my heart. I just pay attention to it. And I mean, I'd rather under season than over season. Some onion powder. So just season until you feel like it's good. And some parsley. I like to pop that off because it's not enough parsley that come out for me. And then I'm going to add some salt. And this is coarse salt, so coarse salt is a little more thicker, okay? And then for some extra good boost of taste and flavor, we're gonna add some chicken broth. And technically, I should have added my chicken broth to my water when I was making it, but I didn't. Go ahead and give that a good stir, and then we're gonna give it a good taste and see how we like it. Perfect. No salt, no nothing. Only thing I'm gonna add is a little bit more butter. Hold on. Okay, so I have a little spoon, a teaspoon, and I'm just gonna add some butter, a teaspoon of butter right on the top, and I'm just gonna let that sit on the top. Another thing that you definitely can do to jazz this up even more is you can get some bacon bits, add some bacon bits on top. You can get some scallion onions, cut those up, add those on the top. Make it look pretty, especially when you know that other people are going to be eating with you. I feel like presentation is key. A lot of times people take and overlook how presentation is. It counts. Trust me. Do you see the mashed potatoes? They look amazing. You see what I'm saying? So now let's make this cornbread. Okay, so I got a box of cornbread. You just want to add some milk and an egg. It's that simple. But if we're going to do it how our grandmamas used to do it, you got to put some sugar in there, baby. And maybe even some honey. Okay, listen, Lady K ran into a little problem. So, I didn't have enough cornbread inside my muffin pan. So what I did was, I grabbed up some of this, some flour, some egg, you know, all the good stuff, and whipped up a whole nother batch to add to the batch that I had. Put them in the oven. Okay, so we're going to close out here. I'll show you guys a plating once I make my husband's plate, which is once the cornbread is finished. But one of the things my mother always told me is when you are cooking, you should always have a clean kitchen. I am about to sit here and do these few dishes that I have while I prepare for company and for Jordan to come home with his company, and we gonna eat, and we gonna eat good. to the end of the video, and I want to say thank you so much for all your love and support that you continue to show through liking, commenting, and subscribing. Listen, if you did not know, you can head on over to Amazon today and go ahead and order your copy of the cookbook, and I appreciate your support. As always, continue